defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run. On their first 3 plays of the game in their own end, run, but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
Another ball is knocked free. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Using his legs, it's Hill. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Back to throw, it's Green. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it on the left. The 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Whoop-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited. And you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fields. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let it go. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Going to run it. It's Fields. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown and those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ford. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
On the play. That's the end of the first quarter. For Arkansas, 14. Oklahoma State, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's right on target. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. He, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a man. It's Ford. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Scrambling away. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Ruiz. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And the returner will be brought down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And they run the option, and you can just tell, man, the timing of that wasn't set up well, and the quarterback looked a little bit clunky, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that...
It's complete! A huge pickup! He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Looking for a man. It's Green. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
And here comes the offense on second down.
Get set.
They keep attacking through the air. Skips away from pressure. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This is a free safety that not only can play in the middle of the field and play center field, but he can lock up man-to-man as well with great coverage. You saw it there.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Russell. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
10-yard line. Coming up, fourth down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. He'll toss it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone. Be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here of the first drive to second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Looking for space. It's Fields. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He finds his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the Cowboys are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives him the first down. They'll run it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left too.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys! And the comeback is on. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Looking downfield, it's Green. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. The 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Makes the quick grab. At the 35, he's open. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas 28, Oklahoma State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Looking for a productive play on first down. Scanning the field, it's Green. It's complete to the left.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Fights off a defender. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads to the right. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And that's a really unique situation to run the flea flicker, David. I was caught off guard, too. I think normally you run that on 1st or 2nd down. There they went on 3rd down instead of just throwing it conventionally, and I wonder if they wish they would have called something else.
Well, because usually 3rd down, I'm thinking pass, right? So I'm not really biting on that run fake. It's not as big of a priority. Like 1st down, 2nd down to me is a better opportunity to run those, but at least it didn't turn into an interception or a bad play for this offense, just an incompletion.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the match?
Lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 30. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fields. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Cowboys are on the move. Back to the air one more time. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salam. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 17 to Washington. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Just ran over it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A designed run for the quarterback. Hit the afterburners, kid. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time.
Running toward the goal line. It's a fumble. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Cowboys! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
They'll line up for the onside kick, just 1 second to play, and really their only hope is some type of penalty for an untimed down. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The old coaching cliche, go